And we're live.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, y'all. Hey, Laura. Hey, hey, Laura Bruno, Art Abandonment Adventures, Misfits and Dreamers, and Judith Elizabeth. Hi, Laura, Michelle, Bob, Judith. Thank y'all for coming in. As you see, we have a special guest with us today. Join us. It wouldn't be a live stream if that didn't happen, would it? Okay. Tammy's locked on. And you can see, for those of you, I think most of you have been our friends in YouTube long enough to understand the precarious relationship that Piggy and Tammy have.
Stay close.
And this is what happens when we involve her in our. Usually.
Yeah, I'm a nervous wreck.
Well, not just that. She doesn't like Tammy, but usually we're in a situation where Tammy's like sitting far enough away to where it doesn't bother her. But now Tammy is right up. Oh my goodness, she's going. Hey, Piggy, you don't have to scream the whole time. Okay? You don't have to scream the whole time. You don't have to scream. It's going to be okay. I know it'll be okay. You don't have to scream. Yeah. Sorry about that, y'all. She loves me, but she absolutely. I guess the only word is despises. She despises Tammy. Thank you. Piggy is about 9 years old now. I got her when she was, 8 weeks old from a breeder. Happy birthday, girl, Fox. The cutest dog in the West. Thank you, Fox, buddy. Appreciate it. And Fox Mom. We have Piggy with us today, and we there's Sadie. Sadie is scared of Piggy. The dogs are a little scared of Piggy. Piggy rules in this place. Look at her. She's challenging you. She's like, if my shoulder were dirt on it, she'd be picking up and throwing dirt at you right now. Happy birthday from Judith. You're getting happy birthdays here from
thanks, guys.
From Laura and from Judith. Yeah, yesterday was her birthday. We're kind of celebrating it here too. It's a birthday weekend when one of us has a birthday on a weekend. And we weren't, Bob. I'm sorry we didn't make it to your live stream last night. The reason was, oh my gosh, she is so loud. You need to get over here. You need to get over here.
Get over there.
Get over there on the other shoulder where she won't bother you. She's trying to run Tammy off because Tammy's competition. And she's very insistent about it. But hey Dee, thanks for coming in. We appreciate it. Bob, I'm sorry we didn't come to your live stream last night. I actually, for Tammy's birthday, I cooked her full dinner last night, dessert and everything. And it took a while to do all of it because I actually vlogged it, of course, the cooking part of it too. So that added to the time that was spent. Today's Betty White's 99th birthday.
Yeah, I saw that on Facebook.
Wow. I don't think I'll make it that long. I know you wanted Piggy's around, and after I'm gone, she'll do you in if she can.
Was she on your other shoulder?
She's over here now on the other shoulder.
Good.
That's pretty good. But there she is. I'll try to get her in the picture as much as I can there. Good. So has everybody else been having a pretty good weekend? We had meant to go somewhere yesterday for Tammy's birthday, and we got up to start our main vehicle and it wouldn't start. And we were both lazy too. So and we could have took our other car.
Fox Cutie's always got to go. She says she'll try to come back in later.
Thanks, Fox. Appreciate it. Thank you. There's Foxy Wolf. And thank you for coming in, Foxy Wolf. And she says happy birthday.
Thank you.
So
I can see it.
Okay. Oh, cool. This is pretty good. That's better than your phone. And you can see it on the screen.
I don't have to take my glasses off.
There's Piggy is out. For those of you that have heard the loud squawking in the background of our you know what we need to do, Tammy? Would you mind turning off the light on the the stove, the overhead light on the stove? I believe it's causing a little bit of glare there in the background. There we go. Piggy's staying up. Piggy's keeping her distance
Good.
pretty well. I'm happy because she can get it's unpredictable though. This could end in tragedy, but she is keeping her distance. She usually in this situation would be right over here dogging Tammy out, but I just now realized how loud she is this close to all us the whole time. Angela's Critters, hello, thank you for coming in. Appreciate it. Angela Critters is in here. Joy Bless Life, thank you for coming in. Joy, appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We're just having we don't have a whole lot today to keep people on here for a very long time. We have one piece of mail that we want to read, and we thought we would also. Well, I got pooped on, honey. Look at that. Ain't that
Over
neat?
there.
Well, I can't. The trips are in here. Hi, Steve. Thanks for coming in, buddy. Appreciate it. Happy birthday to Tam.
Thanks.
Thank you for coming in. You know, I need. Could you just get a paper towel?
Yeah.
If you wouldn't mind, I'll wipe it off with something a little bit more later on, because I don't want to use a wipe where she's going to be walking around and get it on her little feet. Pooping is part of having a bird. They don't have a whole lot of self-control when it comes to that. You can hope that it's been a while since they've eaten before you let them out of the cage. But she can come and go as she pleases. The door is open, but when I open the door for her, you need to get off that poo. Thank you.
Ew.
Well, you know, her poo, she has clean, fresh water, and it's mostly a collection of seeds and grains, especially made.
Don't sit on the table, sit on paper towel.
Especially made cockatiel mix. So it's not like she's pooping out anything that's you know. I'm sure Bear Grylls, if he was lost in the wild and had nothing else to eat but cockatiel poop, there's a chance. Come on up, say hi to everybody. Don't be a stranger.
Foxy Wilson, that's story of her life without a bird.
Getting pooped.
Sexy Matt's here.
Hey Matt, appreciate it, buddy. We have Piggy is in here with us, but she's
Journey Lily Lens.
Journey via Lily's lens. Thank you, Lily, for coming in. Appreciate it. And hey Bob, I thought I said hey Bob when but maybe he was away from the keyboard time. Christy's Corner. Hey Christy, thank you for coming in. Appreciate it. We don't have a whole lot. I was just showing everybody Piggy that she's out here with us today. I got Piggy from an exotic bird fair about 9 years ago. She was 8 weeks old. There was an older couple that breeds them, and you could tell that they really love their birds.
She just said, "Don't they say bird feet brings good luck?"
Yeah, maybe it does. I hope so. I could use some right about
Wonder
now.
Weasel Wife is here.
Thank you, Wandering Weasel Wife, Courtney. We appreciate you coming in. Just want to drop in and say hello. Thank you so much, Courtney. But yeah, we an older couple were breeding cockatiels. She was 8 weeks old. We went to their little section of the exotic bird show, and all their cockatiels were out of the cages around the area, and they never left the little old couple. They stayed there right in the area. And Piggy, when I was there talking to the older couple, she jumped on my shoulder and stayed there the entire time. And actually, after we bought her, we paid $40 for Piggy. After we bought her, have a surprise clip cover for you. Thank you, Joy Bless Life. Being thought of is wonderful at all. But if someone has a clip in for us to see, I appreciate it. But after I bought her, I actually wandered around, my daughter and I, the rest of the exotic bird fair, and picking up supplies. And
you stay over there.
She stayed on my shoulder. I walked through this entire. It was in a big convention center, and there's birds everywhere and action everywhere. And this bird at 8 weeks old, it bonded with me like almost instantly, and stayed on my shoulder the entire time.
She's a pretty bird.
She is, and she's very sweet to me.
She's hateful.
Well, there she's on the computer now, pecking at the keys. Let's see if you can. You can see her.
No.
No, you can just catch the bottom of her tail, but she likes print. Anything with letters printed on it, she likes to read. So she's a reader like me. She got that from me, and she likes anything. And she likes remote control buttons too. Keeping up with Thea and the fam. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. Thank you. Said happy birthday.
Thank you.
Keeping up with Thea and the fam. Appreciate it. Piggy is right here. Oh my gosh.
Both stars here.
Both Star, thanks for coming in. I hope she doesn't shut us down getting the wrong. Tam thought she was on the attack, but she wouldn't. I just want to get her up here where folks can see her. But yeah, she's been with us for 9 years now. Got her at 8 weeks old.
Through my posted.
So, who has parrots and other birds. One day I was practicing sax at his house, and one parrot climbed my jeans and sat on my shoulder as I played. They'll bond with you. And it makes no rhyme or reason sometimes why they'll bond with a certain person and not with others. She's pretty good with our daughter. She likes our daughter. It may have been that because our daughter was there that day that we got her. I have no idea. She does things for reasons of her own, but she's never quite like Tammy. Look, turns her back on Tammy. Won't even.
I don't like this.
She's circling. She's flying. She went
like
upstairs.
A vulture.
She's flying all around. Here she comes, coming in for a landing.
She better not be on my countertops.
No, she's on your rooster picture.
Oh, man.
On the move your head a little bit. See, there she is on the rooster picture. She's trying to bond with another bird over there. Bless her heart. She's just looking for a friend, is all.
Chris Yates is here. Thank you.
Thanks, Chris, for coming in, buddy. Appreciate it, Wandering Weasel. Let's see. Who knows what she might type? That's true. Probably some kind of ransom note or something, a threat to Tammy. Piggy, are you gonna stay over there in that picture? You gonna come back over here? Well, the dogs are between her and us as well. Let's see if there's anybody
right here shaking.
Our little dog is scared to death. Both the dogs are intimidated. Family member in another life. Foxy, that's probably true. Let's see. Kenneth Oaks, Ford Man, aka Kenneth Oaks, is in here. Kenneth, thank you for coming in. Griswold Family Vacay Raid. Appreciate it, Kenneth. Thank you very much. Wow, thank you. I appreciate that. I think that may have been the first time we've had. I don't know. Maybe we've had a raid from another channel before. I doubt it. We're not the.
We just had a raid. Is that what you just said?
Yeah, a raid is when there's a live stream going on in another channel, and when that live stream ends, some of the people that were in that live stream jump over to your live. They call it a raid.
I don't know that.
And I don't think we've had that. And you keep up with our chat.
Yeah.
Have you noticed in the past anybody saying, "Hey, this is a so we're not exactly the kind of channel everybody goes, hey, let's go raid Bone Daddy too." So we appreciate that, Kenneth. Thank you very much for coming in. Let's see.
Mike cooked for me, keeping up with the and the fam.
And the fam.
Mike cooked for me.
I did. Tammy said that she wanted grilled burgers. It was 35 degrees outside, but I went outside and built a fire in the grill and cooked. It's pretty good. I think they were pretty good burgers.
Yeah, it was real good.
And cooked some fries and seasoned them up, and then I made her a cream cheese, some cream cheese brownies,
which were awesome,
with Ghirardelli chocolate, and got a little bit of that left over to look forward to today to heat up in the microwave. Slap a little ice cream on the top of it as well. But I cooked for Tam last night. That's why we missed Bob's live stream. I was giving Tammy some love last night in the kitchen, so I made her supper. And
Bob went shopping today.
Cool.
Too many people.
Yeah. Sunday around here is surprisingly a big market day.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people do their grocery shopping around here where we live. Especially, they might shop for clothes or a new bicycle or a lawnmower any other day of the week. But for some reason on Sunday, it's a big grocery day at all the grocery stores around here. We try to get all that stuff done if we can ahead of the weekends, so we can kind of relax and enjoy our weekends and not have a lot of shopping for supplies. If we have to, let's see, for his lay, oh, chocolate. Yeah, it was. I thought that was some good brownies.
Yeah, it was.
They were really
They
good.
were really good.
I'm actually a pretty good cook.
When he wants to be.
And I talk about that in the video that I'll be putting out about cooking for her last night, about my past in the restaurant industry and having had the opportunity to be a manager of fairly prestigious. It's still going on, the restaurant. West End Grill still cooking.
Yeah.
It's still going on to this day.
Yeah.
I had an opportunity to be the manager many years ago and had to decide between that career and the one that I stayed on to this day. But I'm a pretty good cook, and I think I cook pretty well for
The
them.
truck said most of our stores are curbside pickup only now. We're under another lockdown up here. Oh wow.
It's you have to, of course, wear masks in stores here.
Yeah.
And they monitor how many people are in a store at any given time. They have now people whose job it is to keep track of how many people are in a store at one time. I don't think they can probably, do it to the last person. I don't think they're keeping that accurate, but they try to control crowd control. Usually order from store running out of everything here in upstate New York. Wow.
Wow.
Well, I mean, you think about it.
There's a lot of shelves empty when I go to the store.
A lot of yeah. There's a lot of stuff that people go, and I think part of it is people just stock up.
Food Fight Showdown's here. Thank you.
Thanks for coming in, Food Fight Showdown. We appreciate it. Let's see. Is that Irish Guinness we're drinking? Bow Star? No, this is I think this is Rockstar, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is Rockstar. It's called X-Durance. It has BCAAs and crap loads of caffeine, but zero sugar and 0 calories. How they manage that, I don't know. It's a little scary to think about, but I drank it.
Bob said plenty of anchovies, though.
If you like anchovies, I'll eat them. But I'm not that crazy about them.
I don't even know what they even taste like. It's been so long since I had one.
The nearest thing I can think of, have you ever, when you went fishing with your granddaddy, he opened up a can of sardines?
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of along that same.
No.
There's a fishiness to them.
No.
There's a crunchiness to them.
Ew.
Because you're eating them whole.
Ew.
A fish that size, they don't hire tiny little people to clean each fish. So you're eating them. I think now once upon a time, I don't know if they still do this. It's been a while. Once upon a time, there was everything in the can of sardines. I mean, it was head, tail, everything. But recently, I think it was we were watching some kind of Food Network or, Food Channel, whatever it is, show. And someone opened a can of sardines and there was no tail and no head. It was just the in-between part, the actual body of the sardine. There's CJ's here. Shit happens. Here. Hello, Tam and bald bearded guy. Everyone else, thank you, Shit Happens, CJ, for coming in. And there's Melanie. Hey, Melanie. Yeah. It's been a while for me since I've had sardines. It's probably on a fishing trip long ago because there was like a thing, guys that went out on fishing trips, there were certain things that were like traditional to eat, and sardines was one of them. And what do you call them? Vienna sausages. That was another thing. Fishing chow was crackers, saltine crackers, sardines, and Vienna sausages. That was, I don't know why, because they were selling other things at stores other than those three. Those three. But it turns out that when you fish,
Oh,
apparently there's only certain things. If she were to poop right now, that would be the funniest thing ever, wouldn't it?
yeah, it
Poo,
would.
poo, poo. No, she won't do that. She doesn't poo on demand. Let's see.
She did a while ago.
Not on demand. She pooed because she felt like it. Let's see.
Oh, I thought on the man.
Matt, on the man. Poo on the man. No, on demand. Dad would eat. Sexy Matt says Dad would eat pickled herring right from the jar. No, thank you. No, Bob loves anchovies with fruit and cheese on a salad. I can see where those combinations of taste together would work good. Fishing, yes. Sardines, no. Melanie says. That was. I'm talking about Melanie, teen and younger. The last time sardines were like part sardines in Vienna, because I think at some point we evolved to the point where we realized that it was possible to eat other things that you just didn't necessarily put on a cracker.
Chick Happen says it's 28 degrees here and snowing. Good weather for a can of sardines
These
and
are
crackers.
crackers. Oh, CJ, oh my gosh, we need to do a video on that, don't we?
No, you do.
No, we need to, because CJ sent us a
sardines.
care package with sardines in it. And believe it or
They're
not,
still
those
in the
cans
cabinet.
are still sitting in the cabinet directly behind me over there. And I keep telling myself, we need to do a taste test because Tammy's not a big fan of the taste of anything that tastes of the water at all. Unless it's deep fried and comes with a side order of chips. Then she likes fish and chips, but she's not really big on there.
I'll take a photo.
You're gonna take a photo. Go ahead.
It's like a photo.
Tammy's gonna take a picture. Let's see here. I should probably take a selfie here as well while we're doing this. But watch her.
Oh, she's not looking right now.
Let's see. Piggy. There we go. Let's take one this way. Vote, Piggy. Okay. I'll put that on Instagram later. Piggy on my head during a live stream. I don't know why she wants to. She likes to sit up there. I can understand that it's a good. Here we go. We're back in the loop. She likes freckles a lot, and she will try to remove them. So if you have any dermatological issues, I recommend a cocktail for those.
Michelle's here, Art and the band of mine.
Yeah, she was here from a long time ago. Hi, Michelle. Thank you again for coming in. Appreciate it. She's saying hi to everyone else. She already said hi to us.
Well, she was saying hi to everyone.
Michelle, I hope you're feeling better today. I worry about you. I think about you every single day. That's Art Abandonment Adventures, Michelle. I think about you every single day, and we pray for you, and we talk about you. And I hope you're feeling better. I hope you're having a good day today. So much. Let's see. Bird wants to build a nest on my head. I think it's the highest point, closest to me right now. She's got a good vantage. Where are the dogs? Where are the dogs? Oh, well, one of them is cowering. They're both cowering. The dogs are both cowering.
They're underneath the table
in fear. But they're both terrified of Piggy. Piggy, going for a close up.
Me too, Mel.
Get you. There's some hairs I probably missed. You go ahead and get them. Get them hairs I missed when I was shaving. Get them hairs. Get them hairs. Get Tammy.
No.
Get Tammy.
Get back over there.
Oh, she's been really good today, considering so far.
She just needs to stay over there.
Up on top of that head. It'd be easier to clean poo off my head than it is off clothes. It just wipes straight off the head, but off clothes, not so much. Melanie's getting kicked out of this. Looking forward to birthday lunch. Melanie says she's looking for a birthday lunch.
I thought I was too.
Oh, did you?
When we going, Mel?
Let's see. Mom is better. They removed breathing tube last night. Good. Oh, good. I'm so glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear some good news. I'm glad to hear that, Michelle. Let's see. Talk to you guys later. Have a blessed Sunday from Keeping Up with Thea and the Fam. Thea and the Fam, thank you so much for coming in and spending a little time with the three of us. We sure do appreciate it. Let's see. Was a house fire with mom and dad, Fox. Gosh, Michelle has had some
Yeah.
bad going.
Yeah.
Y'all please pray for Art Abandonment Adventure. Keep her in your prayers. She's had a rough go of it for the last little bit. I said goodbye.
Oh, you did?
I did.
Okay.
But let's see. Okay, well, I don't think she's going to attack you, Tammy.
I hope not. I hope
That's terrible.
she's just stay right
I built
there.
this whole live stream around you having to fight the bird off in one-on-one combat, and she's just sitting on top of my head doing anything.
The more you move, the more I move.
And then the more she moves on that way. It's fun. Okay, let's see. All right. Tam, let's go ahead so we don't drag this out. They take up much more of these folks by keeping up with Thea and the family. Thank you so much. We appreciate you coming in and spending this time with us. Honestly, it's Sunday afternoon. You could be taking a nap, like I probably will do at some point. But you spent some time with us. Thank you. All right, Tam. This is all. I'm going to keep my mouth shut. Tam received some mail. Tam did.
I can't see.
Okay. Have I got it turned an awkward way? Or something?
Do what?
Do I have this turned an
No.
awkward way where you can't see the script or anything?
No.
Okay.
No.
I just want to make sure because you can turn the screen in an odd angle and things look weird on it. So
This is from Decal.
Tammy got mail addressed to her,
And not you.
not to the channel, which is cool. Ooh, already. Already. Oh man. Oh wow.
They made this. She makes everything.
Show them the very back too, if you would, Tammy. Where it has Handmade Blessings by Dee is the name. That's her crafting. Handmade Blessings by Dee. Her channel is Handmade Blessings by Dee Cobb. COBB, handmade. I will try my best to remember these videos when we do them on live. I don't see them. There'll be people comment on the replays, and I don't even see it showing up in my list of videos that we've made. I'll have to go back and reply to a comment, get to the description to add links, but I will try to get these in there. But it's Handmade Blessings. If you just put a Cobb after D, Cobb, D Cobb. All right, Tam, if you want to, sorry, I just want to make sure D got,
Oh, it is a birthday card.
Sweet.
Happy birthday, Tammy. May God bless you, and I wish you many more birthdays. I love you, Decal.
Oh, that is sweet. A birthday card to you.
Yeah.
That is, that just, oh man. D is the sweetest person. And D is, I've said this before on the channel. I look at D's life and I look at mine and I am shamed sometimes. D is a standard for me that I know that I want to reach. And I'm not just saying this, I know that I won't ever reach it, but I would like to be as decent a human being as D Cobb is.
Right?
Y'all go check out her channel and get to know D Cobb. If you want to,
she's a beautiful person.
If you want your life lit up, if you want some light shining in your life, please go. I'm just sitting here. I'm addicted to these things, aren't I?
Yes.
I drink at least one of these every single day, and they're like $2 a whack, aren't they?
Yeah.
I need to cut. I need to. I'm going to start.
You need to cut down on the caffeine.
I'm going to start stealing money out of relatives' purses to supply my energy drink habit.
I'm drinking decaf.
I'll have to check into what kind of rehab do you go to for energy drinks? I wonder. They probably play a lot of mellow music. It's probably a really mellow kind of rehab, energy drink detox. There you go. to ease you down. It doesn't always have to be full speed ahead. Let's give them another. Do you mind me giving them another closer look of these? D. Crafts says again, as Tammy said, there's a three-dimensional aspect to them. She doesn't just, if you notice, Dee doesn't just take cute things and pile them on a card with glue. There is some thought that went into this design. I don't know how to
pronounce it. Watching from India.
Desi Zekwa, thank you for coming in. Appreciate watching from India. Whoa, isn't that cool?
Yeah,
somebody watching us from India.
India.
Wow, that is cool. Yeah, I think about stuff like that after these live streams are over, and it just amazes me that we have friends. I like to think that
Energy masses, EDA, energy drink anonymous.
I know. It's just I don't like hot drinks because I sweat anyway.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I put out a. I'm not trying. I do my best to avoid plugging our videos, using these to plug videos. They're about plugging our friends. But I put out a YouTube short last night. I had been cooking, and it was hot here in the house. The oven was on from the oven was on for hours in the house.
Outdoors is here.
Newman Outdoors, thanks for coming in. It's not a hat, it's a bird. But I don't know about you guys, but if we run the stove in our house, or the oven, excuse me, run the oven. It was the oven, it wasn't the stove. If we run the oven in our house for an extended period of time, you can feel the heat get hotter than usual in here. So I went outside, and as usual, I was smoking. Steam rises off my body, and I smoke. I think the best example of that, we went now last year in 2019. We went to Lake Lanier Islands, and they had the Prada boats and the carnival, the winter carnival that they have out there. And I was smoking pretty good then. At the end of the video, I was showing, and it was the perfect light for the smoking. Our daughter used to take ice skating lessons when she was very young. My sister actually paid for those, and because she wanted Haley to ice skate. I think she had visions of her being maybe some. I think Olympic skating was really big around that time. It was really a thing people thought about, and when our daughter was that particular age, so she took ice skating, and I went ice skating with her. And I worked up a good sweat, and I could see Tammy laughing from the little bleachers or the little, that you can sit around the arena where you're laughing. And she said I looked like an Olympic torch skating around the skating rink because from the top of my head.
You were really smoking that day.
Yeah. Would you do me a favor and get this poop off my head, honey?
Yeah.
I think she pooped on my head.
Ooh. I ain't get it off. You get it off.
Oh, I can't. I don't have anything to get it off with.
I'll give you something.
We have liftoff. Where is she? Hey, hey, girls, leave her alone.
Oh no.
She's overreacting. The dogs didn't do anything to her. Go. I'll be right back, guys.
Sorry, guys. The bird's freaking.
Okay, I'll get you. Where's the poo at, honey? Can you point to it? Am I on poo?
There you go.
Okay. Do y'all get this a lot in other live streams that y'all go to? Let's see. Come here, Sweet Pea. Come here. See, that's what happens. That's what happens when you take off on your own. The bird was fine, y'all. Nothing happened to the bird. The dogs would not hurt her. But they had her cornered, and she freaked out because she was cornered by the dog. And all they want to do is get to know her. But she's having none of it. Let's see.
Sadie's shaking.
Compost. Kinfolk Farm of Georgia, thank you for. Yeah, I did have one on my. It pooped on my head a minute ago, but that's okay. I think I got it all off. Do you see any more poo-poo, Tammy? Do you see any more poo-poo?
No,
okay. Just wanted to make sure there wasn't no poo-poo on my head. Yeah. We give you quality family entertainment here at Bone Daddy too. Sounded like a car alarm. She was basically sitting down and she was cornered, and the dogs were they didn't touch her. They were just close to her, and she was cornered, and she was like freaking out.
Yes, she was.
She was freaking out. Piggy, that's why you stay up high, honey. You don't get down on the ground with the dogs unless you want to go toe to toe with them, and then you need to leave some space. Okay.
That was exciting.
Was it, honey? Did that get your engine running right there?
My heart is beating fast. I'm telling you. I mean, I heard her squawking, and I'm like,
Thank you, Desi Squad. Thank you. It is a nice car. D. Cobb, Handmade Blessings by D. Cobb. She's actually in here. You could probably scroll up at some point.
D says the Ivy Wild Kingdom. The Ivy's a Wild Kingdom.
We do. We have hissing cockroaches over here. I shot a short that I hadn't uploaded yet because I was trying to get them. I was moving them from an old case that they were living into a new one that we got for them. Usually when I clean out their litter in the bottom, they'll hiss at me. They're like, leave me alone. And they'll be hissing. I thought that'd be cool. Somebody might like to see a hissing cockroach or hear a hissing. Never hissed the whole time. Moved them to their new digs and they didn't hiss. I'm going to try to get a good video of them of hissing at some point in the future. But yeah, we have cockroaches. We've had bearded dragons, snakes, tarantulas, an emperor scorpion.
Yeah.
At one time, a big scorpion. It's about that long. That glows in the dark under a black light. They're really cool if you have a black light for your scorpion. Let's see. I felt the tension through the screen. Yes, glad that. Cool, man. That's what I was hoping for. What more can you ask for in a live stream, really? I mean, usually it's just folks sitting and chatting. How often do you have a bird first do on somebody's head right there in front of you, then fly down to the floor where it gets into a screaming match with dogs?
Mama Jan's kitchen is here.
Yeah, thank you, Mom. Thank you, Jan. Thank you.
Thank you.
It was, she. I think, and Tammy, honestly, just a moment ago, I think you were adding to the tension because all the animals, the dogs and the bird, could feel your nervous energy there because you were like, oh no, like it was the apocalypse, like the moon.
You know what? I don't know what I said.
The oceans were boiling and the moon had turned blood because the dogs and the bird were facing off against each other. You were like, oh no. You did. You said that exactly at one point. Because at that point, I thought the dogs would ate the bird.
I did too.
Because you go, oh no! I mean, that's what it sounded to me like you're falling off a cliff. Oh no! And then I look up there, and all it is the bird is just the bird. The dogs are sitting there like, and the bird is freaking out at him. So, but yeah, I wish y'all could have seen that. We need to get more mobile with this thing. Have the laptop. I've got it on an extension cord. So if she freaks out or does something like that again, if there's a dog bird combat, we'll show it to you. I'll move the laptop over so you can see it. I was done laughing, being decent because I'm not helping with that bird. No, she wouldn't. She wouldn't. The dogs, if the dogs had tried to eat the bird, Tammy would have just like, okay, game over. She'd have been probably secretly happy about it. I'm not sure. Tina's Journal of Journeys. Hey, Tina, thank you for coming in. Appreciate it. We were just watching your Amazon video, probably not 45 minutes before we started this live stream.
Foxy Wilson's like, I pay good money to get rid of cockroaches, and you have them as pets.
They are, I'm telling you, Madagascar hissing cockroaches. They can't move very fast. They're very slow and clumsy, and that's part of their charm. They can't climb. They're completely ground dwellers. They can't run away from you. They don't have the apparatus in their mouth to bite you. So and they hiss. They will hiss when they're annoyed.
Power of Love is here.
Power of Love. TSR. That's Michelle. Also, that's
I didn't know
that's
that.
a new
Oh, I
login
didn't know
for Michelle.
that.
Are you guys going to Cherokee anytime? We it's constantly. I'll tell you, I love Cherokee, North Carolina. Um, I love the Smokies at all, and don't get me wrong, Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge have a big part of my life from childhood, as it was from Tammy's. But there's a special place in my heart for the North Carolina side of the Smokies. That's where, when I was a kid and we would vacation, we would stay in Cherokee and then make day trips over the mountain into Gatlinburg. A lot of people do the opposite. They'll stay in Gatlinburg or Pigeon Forge. If they want to see Cherokee, they'll make a day trip. It was the opposite for us. We stayed in Cherokee and the day trips over the mountain. So we're constantly thinking about it, Michelle. We're 2.5 hours from Cherokee. It's not a long drive. It's a day trip, really, if we get up early enough in the morning. If we do, I'll let you know. We'll try to plan it far enough ahead of time, and we'll give you a heads up. But I hope to go this winter sometimes. During the winter time, it's the dead zone, and there's not a lot of events happening at all. So really, about the only thing you can do is just go to places and just absorb their vibe. So we usually, a lot of times when we go to Cherokee, it seems like it ends up being in the winter.
Yeah, it
When
does.
there's hardly any crowd there. Not everything is open because Cherokee is, I love it, but it's a shadow of what it once was. But we'll go in the wintertime. There's hardly anybody. You have the whole town to yourself. You want to go in any restaurant, you just walk in and sit down.
Matt says it. Right, you can read it.
Let's see. Second channel. It's Power of Love. That's our second channel.
Yeah.
That's Michelle from Art Abandonment Adventures. Y'all go check out Power of Love TS Art, folks. That's Triple A's Art Abandonment Adventure. Art Abandonment is the cool concept. She's been sweet enough to allow us a little bit into that world, and it's a cool concept. Art Abandonment really brightens up everybody's day. The creator of the art gets to create art and gets to put it out there, no strings attached, and somebody else gets to have their day brightened by finding this art. So a happy birthday, Tammy, from Tina's Journal of Journeys.
Thank you, Tina.
Crystal, Destinations Delight. Destinations Delight is in here with us. Thank you, Crystal. Appreciate it. She's in a lot of pain today. I'm so sorry, Crystal.
Sorry, Crystal.
I've been following that. I hope it's not much longer before you get some relief from constant pain. Anyway, I know pain doesn't always miraculously disappear completely, but hopefully the constant pain. Anyway, hopefully
that's right.
It is constant pain. Oh my gosh, being right there, physically and mentally. As me always on the NC side, things somewhat being Cherokee with family. The story I've told before in person to Big Joe and Belia when we got together, but my mom and her whole side of the family. This is absolute truth. I am not making any of this up.
He's not.
They all believed with every fiber of their being that they were Cherokee. They had been told growing up that their grandfather was a Cherokee shaman, elder, something along that lines, and they all did look. They all had dark complexions, high cheekbones, black raven hair. Most of them did, but I was always suspicious about a lot of things, even because people were telling me you ought to apply for this scholarship or that scholarship, and I've got blue eyes. I have blue eyes, and my mom had blue eyes, so that was right there, kind of made me suspicious. Long story short, I hope none of my relatives ever on that side of the family. Most of those folks are gone by now. Those folks that I grew up firmly believing that, and that's why I've chosen in these past few years to talk about this, is because I believe it was very important to them, their sense of identity, Foxy Wolf, to believe that they were Cherokee. But I did a DNA test. I did the Ancestry DNA test, and you could get, when you did the DNA test, for an extra $50. They gave you 6 months of access to the whole Ancestry database to build out your. And I've met people. I've become friends with cousins I didn't know that I had, thanks to Ancestry and the DNA test and all the connections that Ancestry site lets you make with other people. But turns out what had actually happened was our family had been, at some point in the past, adopted by the Cherokee. The Cherokee, that's not as much of a privilege as it sounds. There was a point at which the Cherokee people, thanks to the Trail of Tears, were getting government checks, kind of, I don't know what you call it, compensation, damages. They would get checks for being Cherokee, and there was a bureaucracy associated with it. So actually, if you were adopted, you could actually apply for and get some of these benefits. I thought that was poo, but it was actually the sign on the door.
Crystal says I'm going to the doctor tomorrow. I don't think the epidural shot was supposed to be like this. I might be
having a side effect or something. Have you already? I hope you've already called and made the appointment, and let them give them a heads up of everything. If your medical is, it may just be. I'm making assumptions based on, we have Kaiser Permanente, and you like belong to them when you're in network. It's their doctors, their hospitals, their pharmacies that you get everything for. So you let them know. But yeah, treaty monies. Foxy Wolf is saying. But anyway, our family, no telling what they had. Our family, I've researched my background. My dad always told stories of moonshine and his family making moonshine, and it turns out none of that was an exaggeration. Moonshine was big. In fact, the reason our family name at one point changed from IVY to IVEY, like it is now, was over a disagreement that had to do with moonshiners believing that their families should not participate in the Civil War because there was no money to be made in being a soldier. So they had a big fight about it. And I have another, on my mom's side, there's moonshiners. One of them, this relative, posted a clip from a newspaper remembering this great-great-grandfather of mine that he got arrested. Every time he would get arrested for moonshining, he would drive around in his pickup truck on the way to the courthouse for his trial and pay neighborhood children a dime to hop in the back of the truck with him. And they would go to the court, and during his trial, they would cry and talk about what a wonderful man he was and how they helped out his family and the community so much. And a lot of times he would get off, or he would just get some penalty he could pay. And then he'd load these kids back in the truck and drop them back where he picked them up. Let's see. I was raised telling I had Cherokee in me, but my dad died. My uncle told me that we actually came from the Melusians down at Newman's Ridge, Tennessee, and my ancestry DNA said I was 6. Mine did too. I am actually 7% of my ancestry is from the Congo, or the Bantu region of Africa. So
Judah says
I don't think the Cherokee migrated over from the Congo. It's just, that's a long walk.
Her grandfather made his own schnapps that got in trouble.
That's honestly, really, that's just German moonshine.
Yeah.
Really, it's just German moonshine. But yeah, there's a big history in our family of moonshining. But yeah, there's a whole doors. It's like we might be related. If one of your, if you get some kind, here's a clue or a leaf on your tree. For all we know, we actually all my life was taught that I was a Cherokee, or I was taught that I was so much Cherokee that I could apply for government programs and get Cherokee money.
Nah.
And I never did it because there was just too many physical attributes and too many questions. That I had, and it turns out there is there is 0 Indian in me. I should have said that already. The DNA test said not even a trace, not even like okay, the stories that you were told, they weren't true, but you did have a little bit of Indian. None. There is zero Indian. There is more Indian probably in Tammy because down here in the South, it's not uncommon for folks to have Cherokee or Creek in their bloodstream because people settled and lived together peacefully for the most part for a long time. And you know what's going to happen when boys and girls live together peacefully. So, Tammy might have more than I do. I'm, about 56% Irish, if Bo Star's in here. So I'm about 56% Irish. I think it's like 40 or 30 something percent English.
Oh, Joy Bless Life said, what DNA test company do you use? My friend is an expert and said most are not.
I just use Ancestry. I didn't go through any, special, and the only reason I went through Ancestry at the time were they were running a special.
Oh, wow. They were what Fox was.
Cherokee DNA is hard to prove without written records because there's no true Cherokee DNA. Oh, wow.
Oh, Judy said, her whole family got sick from her grandfather's prune schnapps one time.
Yeah, you say prune and sick, it brings up images of the kind of sick you got maybe from drinking that schnapps. I couldn't. I've had schnapps before, but oh gosh, it's sweet. That's it's the kind of thing where if you can get sick from eating too much sweet,
yeah,
you can get sick from drinking schnapps. It's a very sweet flavored liqueur. But some people that can't drink or can't handle the strength of heavier stuff. Yep, that explains a lot, Foxy Wolf, because I've often said back before it proved, I was like, well, to claim Colorado Martini is in here. Thanks, Colorado Martini. Appreciate you coming in. We opened some beautiful mail. Tammy did. She got a birthday card from Handmade Blessings by D Cobb. She has a great channel, Handmade Blessings by D Cobb. Sweetest person on the face of this planet. And I'm not just saying that because I'm on a live stream. If I could think of anybody sweeter, I would say one of the sweetest. But as far as I know, she is the sweetest. Actual Indian DNA. See, that I always said because to prove, to claim, a scholarship. Say you wanted to get a scholarship for having some part of Native American Indian. There's some kind of set of books. You can buy them, or I think you can actually go to Cherokee, and at their library or at their the Museum of the Cherokee there in Cherokee, they have the books. But if you have a birth certificate or some proof that you're a kinfolk of one of these people that were listed in this book, which I believe is related to the Trail of Tears. It was a census taken of the Cherokee people before they were unceremoniously ushered off to across the Mississippi. That's how you proved it. And I always thought, well, if there's an accurate DNA test, couldn't you just spit in a tube and then find out? But Joy Blessed Life is saying it's hard to prove. You have to use a DNA company with actual DNA testing, Indian DNA testing, and Foxy Wolf is saying that there's no true Cherokee DNA. I'm guessing, Foxy Wolf, you're saying that because over time it's been the day Dawes Rolls is what she said. That's the books that I was just talking about. That you have to prove.
I was wondering what that was.
Prove a birth certificate or some kind of documentation proving you're related to one of these people. They were in order to because my family honestly dogged me out my whole life, and then even after Haley was born, Geraldine used to bug the day because she believed it with all her heart.
Yes,
these people who had Congo DNA and wondered why their hair was all black and their skin was dark, and assuming this was because they were Native Americans, she used to bug us about getting Haley. She was like, Haley's got to be at least a 16th
Yeah.
Cherokee, so you could enroll her in all these programs. And I'm like, no, the embarrassment that's going to come when I march in there. I'm a Native American. No,
Thank you,
you're not.
Kinfolk Farmer, Georgia. Thank you. Actually, my birthday was yesterday.
And we tried to celebrate it as best we could on the circumstances.
Yeah.
I cooked her a good dinner and dessert last night, and all she had to do was kick back and with our daughter and watch TV. I made a video. I had to cut some of the video out because I realized in the background you could hear screaming and gunshots. Cowboys and Aliens was on the television, and there was screaming and gunshots. Let's see, power for my great grandfather who lived when the Trail of Tears. He had settled on an island. Cherokee and Creek were taken there. My family were taken to Oklahoma. That's where on the Dawes rolls. That's where Michelle, your friend Michelle from that you grew up with, her family truly they are on the Dawes rolls, and there's some of them still live in Oklahoma, even these years down the road. So let's see, Joy Bless Life. My mom's mother always said she was Indian. She looked Indian. A relative did ancestry and didn't show up no ancestry. Can give accurate Indian DNA. That's and that's what Foxy Wolf was saying as well. So it wouldn't have made any difference.
Thanks, Bob. Have a good day.
Thanks for coming in, Bob. I appreciate it, bud. Yeah, I mean, accurate DNA, but I'm just saying there's zero. They saw nothing that even looked in that direction because, and this is why I'm saying all this, y'all. On the commercials, excuse me, the commercials I've seen before for Ancestry, maybe not current commercials, but there have been Ancestry DNA commercials where on the screen they'll have a graphic during the commercial, the pie chart with how much of somebody is. And I could have sworn now I saw one of those commercials at least that had, someone with a slice of Cherokee in there. So it makes me think even whether or not it's accurate, they will, if they detect any, even if they're wrong about it, they're going to tell you that they think that they see something.
Yeah.
There's none in ours at all. I honestly think our family's dark complexion, high cheekbones. I think if you look at people from the Bantu region of the Congo or the Congo, there's high cheekbones are prominent. Woo! Another thing that before I took the DNA test that clued me into thinking that we may not be what everybody in the family believed was the family name that I was told was the original family Native American Cherokee name, which was Bushyhead. So Bushyhead, I'm like, their name was Bushyhead. So let's see, I would love to know what my DNA test shows, ancestry. I actually have a little bit of Scandinavian in me. It says 3% Scandinavian. So you might have some Viking in you too, Judith. But yeah, got silent right there, and then just went there again. But yeah, ancestry. There is zero Indian. Turns out at one time in Bushyhead, I was in time there. And the reason Cherokee, what this whole story really comes full circle to. When I was a child, all our vacations were to Cherokee because my mom believed that she was visiting the motherland.
Yeah.
When we went to Cherokee, my mom firmly believed that she was revisiting the place of her ancestry. It was kind of soaking in that whole vibe for being there. Even though we had zero Cherokee actually in us, we were adopted. Now we were Cherokee to the effect that our family at some point in the past was adopted into the tribe so that they could get a check. But as far as actually being Cherokee, we weren't. But yeah, the Bushyhead folks. There was a person there that actually ran in Bryson City, which is near Cherokee, ran the tourism department or the tourism for Bryson City. Bryson City is a big If you're into mountain climbing, hiking, mountain biking, paddling rivers, any kind of camping, any kind of outdoor stuff, Bryson City's like a base camp for those people. People will come into town, will march off the Appalachian Trail that's just right nearby and come down and stay in the town and spend a little time there. But the head of tourism there was a Bushy Head. And I found out through that Bushy Head was actually an adopted name. People who were came from another country and whose hair from this other country, who had bushy hair like our family did. I used to have bushy hair, but people who had bushy hair from another country, the Cherokee would give them the name Bushy Head. So that should have been a clue to everybody right there that it wanted to bother to do a little research in our family. That Bushy Head was not a native, a born Cherokee name. It was an adopted name. But yeah, well, I still love to go to Cherokee just for the fact that in my childhood, I've got black and white pictures of me sitting on that bear, one of those bear statues that they have, black and white, sitting there with a tomahawk in my hand on the back of a bear, like Teddy Roosevelt. Gonna, I was ready to, as a child. I got
Joy says
there's one DNA test company that's recommended if you think you have Indian fan. I don't think I do. Joy, bless life. I think our family in the background was opportunistic. I think that they saw that if they traded some, property, some land, or just paid some money or some shine, that they would be adopted into the tribe. And then in return, the government would send them some money for being Cherokee because they were adopted in. To three, and she got 3 different results.
Wow.
It almost makes you think that it's a scam. Hey, Scott, Tales of the Techno Hillbilly. Y'all need to go check out Scott's channel. Talk about someone that's fun and loaded with personality.
Yes.
Has no birds, but does have a cat named Peg that does feature from time to time in his videos. So go check him out. I actually have family there and met them, and have some of my family were sent to Oklahoma, and they died for my great uncle to take care of when she was as a teen, came back to Kentucky. Still got family. So Michelle, like your Michelle, that's 2 Michelles we know now that from Native American ancestry has relatives in the state of Oklahoma. Let's see. Thanks, Blue Wave Odyssey. This is Piggy. This is the noise that folks will often hear in the background of our videos or our live streams. You notice there's not really a lot right now because she's perfectly happy. She's already pooped twice, once on my shirt, once on my head. And that was a little drama. And she freaked out. She had a moment. She was landing on the ground. The dogs came near, and she had a freak out moment, and that caused Tammy a little nervousness. And it was there's a little excitement in the live stream.
I'm tired from it.
Yeah, she's gonna have to have a nap now that she went through all that. But yeah, it's the whole. It brings up the whole question, the whole thing. I've always grown up and heard the joke that every Southern person believes that they are part Cherokee. I mean, I don't know. I can't remember any Cherokee people, or excuse me, any Southern people that if you get them in a conversation about Native, I got a Cherokee. I can truthfully tell you, I don't have any in me whatsoever. It has been verified. I missed the bird pooping. You did, Scott. The birthday pooping, yes. And yes, in both senses. Tammy, did you have a poop yesterday?
Not even funny.
So you missed that one. And Piggy actually pooped on my shoulder. You probably just, you can see the little stain there. I'll change shirts after the service. Bird, she lived her diet. I'm telling you, if I had to have any creature on this earth, had to be pooped on by it. I think I would pick her because I know exactly what's going into this bird, and that's what's coming out of her. See, DNA autosomal testing is one type. I'll tell you, hey guys, hope you're both well. Happy birthday from Gary Coughlin, our friend Gary Coughlin. Great musician,
Gary.
y'all. Y'all need to check out Gary Coughlin, creative music. This guy's got a voice. God, what is that? I shouldn't even talk this if I can't remember what the name of the movie was. Maybe you can remember. We used to have the soundtrack and play it all the time. It was about gosh, a soul band from England or from Ireland. Uh, Mustangs. They sung Mustang Sally. Remember
Oh
that?
yeah,
It was a
I
one word. The name of the band was the name of
I don't know the
the
name of
movie.
them.
Gary. Oh my gosh, he has such a soulful voice, y'all, and can cover anything and just give it. His covers of things. Gary Coughlin creative music. His covers of things, in many cases, to me, for my taste, are better than the originals that he's covered. Patches and Potholes, wishing you a happy birthday.
Thank you.
Tells the tape Scott says I'm covered up with stuff. Want to be sure to say happy birthday to him. Thank you for dropping in, Scott. We appreciate it, buddy. Especially when we know when someone's got stuff to do and then takes a moment. I know how that is. Thank you so much for coming
Thank you,
in.
Scott.
Anyway, uh, man, we just the Cherokee Nation just took over this whole live stream.
Yeah.
For the last little bit. Yeah, that's something, I've just always, I thought it was interesting to grow up and I say this and you may think, oh, they just thought they were cheering. No, my mom's side of the family, a big part of their identity as human beings was wrapped up in their belief that that they physically had the characteristics that proved that they were Cherokee, that they had the provenance that they were Cherokee, that it was all there to the point that they believed all their children should apply for aid. Strangely, none of them ever received any kind of benefits. I wonder why that is. But anyway, let's see here. Thank you and hello, Angela Critters. We've been on here longer than I thought.
Yeah.
And of course, I'm sorry, the Piggy's freak out had a little bit to do with what extended the time. Rescuing Piggy and Tammy from the terror of Piggy at the same time. So we're not going to keep you guys on here any longer. I appreciate everybody that coming in. I always appreciate you guys coming in.
And thanks for all the birthday
For the
wishes.
birthday wishes for Tam. Thank you. We love all you guys. You do. Y'all have become over this past 2 years part of our family.
Yeah.
Y'all are part of our family now. I know it sounds like a cliche, but we think about y'all and talk about y'all all the time, just like we're talking about, family members. So we appreciate you guys coming in. Tammy, do you have any final? I hope you had a wonderful birthday, but thank you. Paul, hope you have a great day. Thank you, Patches and Potholes and Michelle's Tasty Dishes. Y'all, I say this and everyone, go check everybody out. We're proud of the people that we have assembled as friends, the friends that we have made. And this is them here around you. So go check them out, all of them, because they're not just good channels. They're good people that you can be friends with. So please go and check them out. Thank y'all for the conversation. Thanks for the information, Foxy Wolf and Joy for Joy Bless Life. Thank you for and Michelle, Power of TS Art, and also Art Abandoned Adventures, AAA. Thank you for the Cherokee for helping fill, because this has been an enduring mystery in my family now for decades. But Michelle, I want to come to Cherokee this winter before it's over with at some point. So hopefully we will. If you guys get to make it, and it doesn't have to be anytime soon. We're not planning on, if we move anywhere, it would be closer to Cherokee and not any further away. So we'll plan something. If you think that there will be a point where you can be there, or if there's a point where you're going to be there, let us know, and we'll try to. There's a good chance if it's on a weekend, or if at least part of it's on the weekend, we'll try to fit in a trip up to Cherokee. It's just a short drive. So everybody, people are still talking there to each other about their. Angela checked out Michelle's stew. Look good. Cherokee, Joy Bless Lobster, Cherokee.
Oh, wow.
I just assume Joy from y'all's videos that y'all were more over on the Tennessee side of the Smokies because a lot of them seem to show Pigeon Forge, Cherokee area. I thought probably you were side trippers that made side trips over across the mountain to Cherokee. But yeah, we're in Cherokee at least once a year. At least once a year, and we try to get more once because it's
And
not
it's what, like a what, 2 hour drive?
2.5 hour drive
Yeah.
from our driveway to the city limit of Cherokee, and it's a pretty nice drive.
Yeah.
We turn it into a day. We go through Tallulah Falls with Tallulah Gorge, which is beautiful. We usually stop there. Clayton is a nice town to stop in. There's a bunch of nice little towns to stop in on the way, and we love to make the trip. I like to stop at Gold City, which is nothing but a jewelry store now, but I like to remember when the chairlift used to go up the side of the mountain, and we used to take that as a child. There's a lot of memories for me along the drive from here to Cherokee, going back many, many, many years. So I just love to make the drive, just for the sake of going down memory lane. So, folks, anyway, there I go off again on a tangent. Anyway, folks, thank you for coming in. We appreciate you spending some of your Sunday afternoon. Anything else to say, Tam?
Y'all have an awesome day.
Yeah, thank you, everybody. So until the next time, it's Mike and Tam saying
Bye.
bye.